Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Jerry McGuire. I'm the founder of STARS and the host of our STARS podcast, STARS Speak, where our goal is to understand the science of stuttering, where voices are heard, understanding of stuttering grows, and awareness moves forward. Each episode features unscripted and honest conversations with researchers, clinicians, and persons who stutter, dedicated to advancing the science, treatment, and understanding of stuttering, which is a field that deserves greater attention, collaboration, and research. So today I'm so honored to be joined by Harris Young and his mom, Dr. Shereen Siddiqui. So welcome.
Thank you, Dr. McGuire.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Well, welcome to you both. I want to, Harris, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got involved with STARS.
Well, my mom actually, my I'm a pediatrician.
Mm-hmm.
Um, told me uh, about you. I'm Dr. McGuire and about stars. And then we did a little bit of research and we met with you and we realized it could be a great resource for us. And then we decided to, meet with you and it's just been absolutely amazing.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Harris. Tell us a little bit about your journey. You're a person who stutters, right?
Yeah.
So, how old are you now, Harris? How old are you?
Right now, I am 15 years old.
Okay. And as you understand, when did your stuttering begin?
I think I don't really know when it really began, but I first noticed it when I was in second grade. One day I was playing at recess and I was talking to some other kid and I guess I stuttered and he kind of mocked me. He did a mock stutter back to me and um, I never really realized I stuttered really until that moment when um, I I was I was kind of taken aback a little bit, and I was
Mm.
a little bit upset that um, I had stuttered, and that it was something that I was being made fun of for. And from then on, I really noticed it more, and it kind of started to bother me a little bit more and more.
Under, Understandable, and I'm sorry that, unfortunately, that's not a uncommon occurrence
Yeah.
for for, for us as kids
Yeah.
growing up. Um, and so that what has your journey been for stuttering? You bring that back at you were in second grade, and that had an effect on you. Did you start seeking assistance or help at some point?
Yeah, my mom actually helped me a lot, and we started seeing a speech therapist at the school I was going to,
Mm-hmm.
and that helped a little bit. The speech therapy was never really amazing for me, and never really helped a lot, but it was something that we did for a while. I went to multiple speech therapists, and eventually we kind of got frustrated because it wasn't really helping, and then that. Brings me to where we went to talk to my pediatrician about it, and he recommended you and stars.
Okay, got it. Well, thanks, Harris. Got to ask your mom, Shereen. When did Harris? Was that the first time that you noticed the stuttering in your son?
Yeah, I was thinking about this. I don't actually remember when he started stuttering. It might have been as early as kindergarten that I kind of picked up on it
Mm-hmm.
and maybe wasn't concerned because I know when kids, especially boys, when they're younger, sometimes they go through a phase where they stutter. And so I thought maybe it was just a phase. My
Mm-hmm.
brother had gone through a phase like that when he was a little boy. But I think when he got to second grade, that's when we realized that maybe this was more than a phase and that perhaps we needed to intervene.
Got it. Got it. So at that point, when you met with your did you talk to your pediatrician at that point? I know here to bring up that you talked to your pediatrician a couple years ago or so, but at that time, Shereen, when you went to your pediatrician, is this something that you remember bringing up with your pediatrician?
Um, yes, I did. I did bring it up with the pediatrician early on, and I think they recommended speech therapy.
Okay.
But I think the change maybe that occurred was, I think our pediatrician, who we've been seeing for many, many years, somewhere along the line heard you speak at a
Oh,
conference.
okay.
And so when we had brought it up again later on, a couple years down the road, that's when he said, well, you might want to look into, um, and he went into his notes. He had taken notes at the
Oh, that's
conference, and he
yeah.
went into his notes to get your name and gave us your name. And that's sort of when we went that route of exploring your research and what STARS was doing.
I see. Well, thank you. So it shows you that education and spreading information and giving people access is
Yeah.
always um, important things to do. And Shereen, your background a little bit because you are an educator yourself. Yeah.
I am an educator myself. I have a PhD. I'm a full time faculty member at a community college, and I speak for a living. So, having a child who stutters was something very uh, unfamiliar to me. I didn't know a lot about stuttering. And my husband did stutter when he was younger, so we do believe there is likely a genetic
Mm-hmm.
component, to Harris's stuttering. But for myself, I am, I'm not good at very many things, I would say, but one thing that I would say that I am really good at is speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And I I was on the speech and debate team in high school. I went to nationals my senior year. I've spoken in front of, large ballrooms full of people. I am very comfortable speaking. And so to have a child who stutters was completely foreign to me. And it really forced me to sort of think about how you just don't really know what people are going through, the things that we take for granted as people who speak fluently. It's made me a much more I would say understanding and patient person, having gone through this experience with Harris. And I've learned so much from him
Mm-hmm.
about what it means to stutter, the challenges that he faces on a daily basis, the things that I take for granted. Just the other day, we were at a coffee shop together, and he was trying to order a matcha. And that M in matcha, was like really hard for him to get out, and that's just something that most of us that don't stutter just take for granted, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that being the mother of a child who stutters has just made me a lot more aware of those things that we take for granted, and just so impressed with people like you and like Harris who have not had that privilege or ease of being able to speak fluently.
Well, Harris, I thank you for that, Shereen. And Harris, you said that your mom is learning a lot from you, right?
Hmm.
And I'm learning a lot, and others listening to this podcast will learn a lot. Tell us a little bit about where you are in school. You're 15, right? You got
Yeah.
mocked by this guy when you're in second grade. What are you studying now, Harris? What are you
Well,
studying?
I by age I would be going into my sophomore year of high school, but right now I am going into my third year at community college, and I am currently a chemistry major.
You're a chemistry major. You're 15 years old, and you're your third year of college.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm going to back that up because I want people, they're going to replay this. So you started college at age 12, am I right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, age 12. Okay. All right. There you go. So and weren't you recently written up in a positive piece in the Orange County Register?
Yeah, yeah, the Orange County Register. Yeah.
Okay, so um, so you would, let's just say you're a pretty intelligent young man. Am I right? You're,
I guess.
yeah, right. Yeah, okay. I don't need to say that. That's you are right. You're in your third year of college. You started college at age 12. Do some people well, what would you like to tell you other people out there who are 15 years old or even 12 years old or 8 years old? Does stuttering have anything to do with intelligence?
No, it really doesn't. I mean, I feel like sometimes even though other people might not like openly like say that, I feel like sometimes for me kind of worry that other people might have that misconception, and I worry that people might link stuttering to intelligence, but it doesn't have anything to do with intelligence, and you can still be a great person and an intelligent person even though you stutter.
That's right, and you've done so well with that. And what are your what are your goals? Like, what do you want to? You're a third year a chemistry major, am I right?
Yeah, it's great.
Are you taking what, organic chemistry now? Physical
Um,
chemistry?
Soon I'll be taking organic chemistry soon.
Okay, you're 15. Okay, and what are your goals? Let's say you finish college at 17. What are you gonna like? What are your goals? What are your goals?
I'm not really
We got
sure.
plenty of time. You're 15, right?
Yeah, yeah, not completely sure career wise, but I would be interested in exploring paths in research or medicine.
Hmm.
That kind of stuff interests me. I'd love to be able to make an impact on the world, just like you are, Dr. McGuire, and helping people through science and research.
That's great. Great. So, I want to thank you for that, Harris. And you also bring up what's a message that you'd like to give to other people out there at your age who are maybe facing this, say, some challenges potentially with stuttering. What would you like to say?
I
Anything?
mean, first of all, like you're you're not alone. There are so many people. There's a whole community of people who stutter and that are like facing the same challenges as you are. And also, like, you can still, even though you stutter, you can still be whoever you want to be. It's really frustrating and annoying sometimes, and I know that my stuttering probably isn't. It definitely isn't as bad or as noticeable as many people who stutter. But you can still do anything you want, and be successful, be a good person, be a smart person, even though you stutter.
That's right. That's right. And you're able to do that, and that's great. And Shereen, what is your message for other parents out there? I mean, you had some understanding that maybe this is a phase. Being an educator, what would you like to educate other parents there?
Yeah.
Child.
I mean, I think honestly, the biggest there are two things I would say to that. The first thing is trust your child, listen to your child. I think that, as I mentioned earlier, I've learned so much from Harris. He is the expert on himself, right? Like
Mhm.
he is the one who understands what it is like to go through the world as himself, as a person who stutters. And so I think that for me, it's just been very important to listen to him and to uh, sort of go in the direction that he is pointing me. So for example, when we have seen speech therapists that were obviously not a good fit and Harris knew it right away, I had to trust that and know that, like, no, this is not the right fit and we need to try something else and pivot. So I think first and foremost, listen to your child. And the second thing I would say is that I am, somebody who's gotten a PhD, and so I think I have a very interesting perspective on expertise, and that is I am an expert on only one very, very, very tiny thing, and it is not stuttering. And so I have had to seek out the experts. And there are experts. There are people like you, clinicians, there are speech therapists, there are researchers, there are people who are doing really good and important work in this field. And I have had to seek those people out to help us find answers and to get the treatment that Harris needs. And so I would say find those people near you if your child is struggling with this topic, and find a community also. We found stars and we're very, very lucky that stars happens to be headquartered near where we live, but hopefully there will be other communities across the country and the world of people who understand stuttering, and I think finding those people has been really important for Harris.
Yeah, which is great, Harris. So thank you, Shereen. That's very well stated. And so, as you look back at that time with the challenges in grade school and where you are today, Harris, and Was there a point in where you had to accept your stuttering in some way to say, I am a person who stutters and accept that? Yet does that keep you from still not trying to seek answers? Let me phrase that. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
this
yeah,
question, but I don't know how I phrase that. But
yeah.
like, because it was shocking for you. You're like, wait a minute, this guy just mocked me, right?
Mm,
You're like,
yeah,
what, 7 years old, probably 8 maybe back then,
yeah.
right? And you say that was hurtful, and I understand that. But at what point did it come to you like, hey, I'm a person who stutters? Did it just stop there? Or do you say, I'm going to try to find more answers to this?
Yeah, I mean, I did. It's been hard for me to accept that I stutter. It's taken a while, and I have accepted that I stutter, and that there is not yet a cure for stuttering, and there are there are ways to improve it, but I've had to realize that I do stutter, and that I have to live with that, and that I still can live with that, and I can't let my stuttering like prevent me from doing the things I want to do and keep doing them. And also, I know that there are definitely ways to seek answers. We have, you know, we have people who are doing a research on stuttering, who are working on stuttering, and I'm interested in learning about how stuttering works, and what causes stuttering, and what those treatments are. And that's definitely a career I could go into. I would love to help research stuttering, and find the answers.
It's great. And understanding that stuttering is in your brain, how does that help from a acceptance standpoint? I mean, understanding it. Did you ever have a, okay, let's see, we went to the STARS conference last year. When you heard Dr. Sheikh Bahai and speak about the neurology and Dr. Kraft speak about the genetics, and you were there, what was that like for you to hear that science about what's going on?
It was really nice, because I've been told I'd heard the misconceptions that stuttering you stutter because you're nervous, or you stutter because you aren't able to function in some ways. And just knowing that there is a scientific explanation for stuttering, and knowing that it like that I don't stutter because something's wrong with me. I stutter because there is something happening in my brain. It just makes me feel better. It makes me feel that those misconceptions are wrong, and that yeah.
That's great. And I'm hopeful as you bring up that um, as our understanding grows, that we'll be able to develop better treatments, including the talk therapies that can maybe help other things work. Where's your therapy today? May I ask you that? Where are you seeking help, and what are you doing for that, for your own treatment?
Well, right now, I've been working with you, Dr. McGuire, to help find some improvement for my stuttering through a medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you helped me find a medicine that's definitely um, helping me a lot, and I feel like it's definitely made a positive impact for me. I'm not doing any sort of speech therapy right now. I do, use some techniques that I um, learned when I did do speech therapy, but eventually I came to the conclusion that the speech therapy really wasn't going to um, help as much anymore, and that I needed to seek alternative treatments.
I see. Okay. And how would you define? You said that some clinicians you met with, you felt maybe, or your mom used this term, wasn't a right fit. But who are those that are a right fit? What would you say you would be the clinician that you could uh, that you'd feel comfortable with? What was that ideal person be for you?
I think the biggest thing is somebody who understands stuttering. I think it's actually most helpful to find someone who stutters themselves, who like really understands stuttering. Because I've worked with speech therapists who don't really understand stuttering because they've never stuttered, and it's really hard to understand stuttering, I think, until you stutter yourself. And but it is possible. But I feel like a really important thing for speech therapists to do is to be able to understand stuttering, because then from there they can kind of help develop, a different plans to help their patients, and kind of be able to know when things aren't working and what things to try.
Great. Now I want to go back to your mom for a question because Shereen, you brought up a good point that you listen to Harris and you learn so much from him, and he's telling you what's working and what's not. I'll just kind of share with me. For me as a clinician, I have to listen to my patients because I just can't say no. This is what you need to do. And I think that's where we're all working toward, as we call it, patient-centric focus of care. You tell me how things are going, and I think it's a good guide to see because you're living with yourself every single minute. I might see you once a month or every other month, So I think what you said, Shereen, was very key there.
Yeah. I think that, listening to Harris, and we have had some, I don't want to discount speech
Like, I
therapy.
want to make sure I'm sure there's some excellent ones that you've had and what those qualities were.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I think that we've had some that were wonderful, some maybe not so wonderful, but I do think that it was a turning point for Harris when he met with you, because for a few reasons, because you are also a person who stutters, and I think you are, for Harris, a tremendous role model because you not only stutter, but you are somebody who is very successful in research and science and medicine, right? And these are things that Harris can see. I think before he met you, he felt very limited and very pessimistic about what the future was going to be like for him as a person who stutters. And meeting you and going to the STARS conference, I believe, was a turning point because it opened up for him the possibilities that I can be a successful person, I can be a man of science, and also be a person who stutters if that's what my future has in store for me. And so I think that we're at a good place right now. I think that he's doing so amazing. Obviously, he's in college. He's so smart, but it's not just that he's doing great in school. He ran for student government. I don't think he could have seen himself doing that. Running for student government at a college when you're 15 years
Right.
old.
Is
Right?
even at the age, can you actually serve? Is there like to be in what Congress, you have to be 25, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you,
For community college student government, I don't think they have.
yeah, so you don't have to be so wait a minute, you can hold office, but you can't vote yet. What? I don't get, you're
Yeah.
not 18. You can't drive, Harris. Never
Yeah.
So I think it's
That's
really
oh, that's
opened up the
amazing.
possibilities for him of
Yes,
what
that's
what
right.
he can do, and he's not letting things hold him back. The stuttering hold him back anymore. I think that
Great.
we're in a good place right now.
Way to go, Harris. And if I could vote, I'm going to vote for you. That's great. Wow, you're running for, yeah, that's fantastic.
He won. No, he already won.
You won. You won?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So what is your office? What are you going to serving? What are you running? What are you
I'm
going to be?
I'm going to be the director of administrative operations.
Wow. At which school again? Where are you going?
I'm at Santiago Canyon College.
Wait, are you the youngest student body officer ever elected there?
I'm not sure. Possibly.
Probably.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking probably. Way to go! Congratulations on that.
Thank you, Dr.
Great. I think that's just fantastic. So, Harris, I just want to thank you because it shows that I think hopefully we're breaking down some misconceptions today, and I want others to kind of let people know that STARS is here to support them with knowledge. And I thank you. And Harris, I think you're going to be with your mom. I think you're going to be saying a few words at this year's conference and gala. I think, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. We remind everybody for that. For September 12th out here, September 12th, 2026, if you're listening for that. So, I want to thank you both very much, Harris, Shereen. I thank you for. Do you have any other wrap-up words that you'd like to say to our audience today, Harris? Anything else?
I guess just you're not alone, and you can still be an amazing person even though you stutter.
That's right. Sure. Shereen, from a parent's perspective, any other words for those listening today?
Yeah, I would just summarize by saying you find the experts, find your community of support, and listen to your child. They are the expert.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. For others listening today, feel free to go to our website, stutteringresearch.org. Feel free to follow us. We're an all-volunteer organization. And any questions, just post them with us. And if you have a question or topic you'd like us to cover at a future Stars Speak podcast, just get in touch with us through our website. And we would really, really love to hear from you. And if you're a healthcare professional, please subscribe as well. We have continuing medical education and continuing education offerings through there. So I want to thank everybody for listening in today. I especially want to thank Harris and Shereen, our guests today. You're more than guests, you're part of Stars. I thank you both so much, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. McGuire.